mysterious origins of Jesus Christ. Everyone seems to know Jesus Christ. Television and the media have shaped our perception of Christ. His miraculous birth and life story are widely portrayed through films and series. He is sometimes presented as the Son of God. But is he really? Do we truly know ʿīsā, also known as Jesus Christ? What do we really know about him, beyond what churches and media have taught us? In this video, we will reveal the true reality of Jesus Christ. What you are about to watch will forever change the image you had of Christ. As for the origin of Jesus, son of Mary, Allah, his creator, explained it unequivocally in his noble Quran. The challenge lies now in understanding its interpretation. The Quran presents the reality of Jesus Christ in two dimensions, one concerning the haqiqa, his true mystical reality, and another concerning his sharada, his visible, official dimension. Regarding the domain of haqiqa, Allah said in the Quran, "The likeness of Jesus is as that of Adam. He created him from dust, then he said to him, 'Be.' And he was." What is the true meaning of this verse? Its exact interpretation is essential for a better understanding. At a literal level, one might say, the example of Jesus is like that of Adam. Both were created from earth, then it was said to them, "Be," and they became. But this explanation does not fully capture the true dimension of Jesus' life. That is why Malaya Sheikh Ahmed Tijani said, "If you truly want to decipher God's indication in this verse, you must return to the realms where Jesus came from, the worlds where he was named a prophet before being sent to earth." From there, a deeper understanding of the verse emerges. The true exegesis is as follows. In the phrase, "the likeness of Jesus is as that of Adam whom he created from earth," whom he created from earth refers to Adam. And then he said to him, "Be," and he was refers to Jesus. Allah explains that when he gives you the example of Jesus' creation, it is similar to that of Adam, created from dust. Then, he said, "Be," and Jesus was, after which he underwent the processes of the unseen world, the Gaib. Thus, these are not two identical processes. To understand these words, one must unveil the processes that took place in the unseen world. In the Gaib, there are two locations called Kafu Takbir and Kafu Takwin, chambers of divine creation. In Kafu Takbir, there is room number 17, housing the remains of the clay used to form Adam. Kafu Takwin, on the other hand, contains countless chambers filled with veils of light, as this is where Allah created the lights of the angels. And the one in Hadratul Ilahiyya, the divine presence, who holds the rank allowing access to the secret of these two chambers, is called Kautbal Kafani, the bearer of knowledge regarding Kafu Takbir and Kafu Takwin. When Allah decided to create Adam, he took clay from room number 17 in Kafu Takbir. That clay remains preserved there to this day. Allah shaped Adam, laid him down in the chamber, then infused him with the light, allowing him to be designated as one of the messengers. He then infused him with the light of prophethood. It is there that Allah created all other prophets as well, laying them down inside the chamber and infusing them with the light of prophethood, except for the Prophet Muhammad, who was created in the Al-Bast realm and followed a specific divine process. That is why Sidi Haji Malik Sai interpreted it as, when God intended to create us, he took from his light the light of the eminent Prophet Muhammad. Allah created the light of the Prophet Muhammad from his own light. The souls of the prophets were shaped from light, then passed through Adam's matter, taking on human form in room number 17 of Kafu Takbir. This is where Allah created them, laid them down, and infused them with the light of prophethood. However, Jesus Christ has a special distinction. He was created in Kafu Takwin, the station where the souls of angels and their light are created. That is why ʿīsā ibn Maryam has angelic heritage in his origins. His time on earth demonstrated it. Indeed, Jesus shares in the light of the angels because Allah shaped him in Kafu Takwin. Thus, Jesus uniquely passed through Kafu Takwin, the chamber where the angels were created. This explains why, in Haqiqah, Jesus could neither have a father nor be born like ordinary human beings. He is linked to a unique feature, the light of the angels. He inherited an immeasurable share of it, having lived in their station for a long time before passing through Kafu Takbir to become a human being. Jesus is an exception, as he combined three lights: the light of Kafu Takwin, the light of Kafu Takbir, and the light of prophethood. The dominant light he took from Kafu Takwin is the primary light in the angelic realm. That is why angels, though they do not eat or drink, suffer no harm from it. They live only through divine remembrance. The light inherited from Kafu Takwin gives Jesus an angelic nature. He does not follow the normal human birth process, being born as a baby, learning to speak, to walk, etc. That is why Jesus spoke from birth, due to the angelic light infused in him by Allah. This also explains the many miracles he performed throughout his life and the vastness of his powers. Allah makes this clear in the Quran, that Jesus did not follow the clay process when he says, "The likeness of Jesus is as that of Adam whom he created from dust, then he said to him, 'Be,' and he was." That is why, in the Gaib, it is said, when he wills a thing, his command is just to say to it, "Be," and it is. Jesus underwent this process of light, Kun Fayakun, because of his origin from Kafu Takwin, a domain specifically reserved for angels. He passed through Kafu Takbir only to assume human form, otherwise, he would never have needed to. This passage through Kafu Takwin strongly reflected in his earthly life. When Jesus was to be born, Allah willed his birth through a pure woman, Lady Maryam. Allah chose the Holy Mary because of her great piety and purity. Jesus' birth could not follow the normal natural process due to his angelic light. The Quran presents Mary as Mary, daughter of Imran, who guarded her chastity. So we breathed into her of our spirit. And she testified to the truth of the words of her Lord and his scriptures and was of the devout. Thus, Allah draws attention to Maryam's belonging to the family of Imran and her exemplary devotion. That is why Allah sent the angel Jibril to introduce the soul of Prophet Isa into Maryam due to the pious values she embodied. Jibril appeared as a handsome young man. Seeing him, Maryam, fearing people might see them together, said, "I seek refuge in the most merciful from you, if you are righteous." Jibril then explained his mission, to integrate the fetus of Jesus, made of light, into Maryam's womb through an angelic process. Jibril placed a luminous finger on Maryam's hand, transferring Isa's soul into her. Her pregnancy did not follow the usual 9-month cycle, due to Isa's angelic nature. When Jesus was born, Maryam felt deep shame, fearing people's judgment. To console her, Jibril told her to focus on the blessed soul she had been entrusted with, a soul with a mission far greater than public opinion. He asked her to shake the palm tree to make fresh dates fall and pointed to the spring at her feet, as a sign of the child's blessing. "Do not grieve, your Lord has provided beneath you a stream. And shake towards yourself the trunk of the palm tree. It will drop upon you ripe, fresh dates." When Jesus was born, Allah asked Maryam to remain silent so the child could speak. From birth, Jesus raised his hand and spoke, an unprecedented miracle. His life had a particularity. Even though he appeared human, until the age of 33, the angelic light dominated within Jesus Christ. That light was so visible that even angels in the sky recognized him as one of their own when he walked on earth. Jesus often wondered, was he a man or an angel? Because of this inner conflict, Jesus spent much of his time meditating on his true nature. He knew he could neither marry nor start a family, as angels do not mix with women. That is why the possibility of him founding a family was long rejected by the heavens. Despite fulfilling his prophetic message, Allah saw the torment in Jesus' soul. So Allah allowed his enemies to plot against him, using divine strategy to lift Jesus from his suffering. One day, while Jesus was alone meditating, He received a message from the unseen world that his angelic peers would come to take him back to their realm. That is why, after Allah made one of his conspirators resemble him, angels came to raise Jesus up under the command of Jibril. Arriving at the second heaven, Jesus was received by an organization of angels with whom he had long cohabited in Kafu Takwin. But Jesus asked himself, he had returned to the heavens, yet had not received the written proof that his mission was complete. That is why Jesus could not remain permanently in the second heaven. He sought answers only found among the inhabitants of the unseen world. So he ascended to the sixth heaven to meet Prophet Muhammad before his earthly mission had begun. During their meeting, Jesus asked, "As our Lord and the Master of all prophets, why have I not received the document confirming the completion of my mission?" The Prophet Muhammad replied, "Because your mission is not yet complete. You will return to earth, and your return will be a clear sign of the nearness of the hour." Therefore, Jesus' second coming will be one of the signs of the end times. Before his return, the Prophet Muhammad will have completed his own mission, and no new prophet will come after him, as he himself declared. Thus, some people may wonder, how can Jesus return after the Prophet's declaration? The answer lies in understanding this reality through the lens of Haqiqah. When the Prophet said, "No prophet will come after me," he meant, no new prophet will be elected or sent. Jesus had already been elected and sent before Muhammad. Therefore, Jesus will return, not as a new prophet, but to complete his interrupted mission. Before his descent, he will be preceded by the one known as Al-Mahdi. Al-Mahdi is a title. Some confuse him with Jesus, thinking they are the same person, but they are distinct individuals. The Prophet Muhammad clarified this, telling his companions, "When Jesus descends, he will pray behind the leader of all Muslims. That leader is Imam al-Mahdi." Subscribe now to learn more about the hidden secrets of Jesus Christ, ʿīsā ibn Maryam.